before COVID.
I think I have to declare a conflict on this as well.
Okay.
So, Marcia?
I was going to speak to, I have some thoughts of going back to when we were first made a decision for the $7,500. I put my thinking cap on and I thought that should have been justified within the briefing note where the family had the quotes for all the materials. And because of COVID, they had to go and secure external funding. And they had all the documents to prove the additional funding that they had to get. Very easily go through their file with their quotes and then what they ended up paying because everything doubled. So I know we were trying to do a quick Band-Aid fix, but I'm thinking some of these people probably did a lot and had to get a lot larger loans than $7,500.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they're all in that position, and we have the documentation for all five that they've taken out external finance part of what we're spending.
But we're not compensating them for the external funding amount that they had to take out. We're just compensating them for the $7,500 across the board.
For the five, yeah, and all of them have fully overextended their original loan, which was increased.
So we put a hold on the 2019, 2020 for further information. Is that what I'm reading here?
Yeah, you could select 2 or 3 counselors, and then if we receive requests from that group, we can vet them as a committee. So we already have the approval to distribute those funds, but the process is making it so the 5 of new construction loans can't access it. So they come to us and they've said, we already have the external financing, we don't need a PO to see relief to those high interest rates. So that's what this is attempting to do.
And they're agreeable with that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Where is this money coming from?
We're going to try to take it from the COVID housing.
Okay.
We think so. Well, I was going to bring this and recommend it come out of the financial revenue fund, COVID housing. So that's what we're planning to do. So I revised the briefing on that. We're planning on taking it from last year, so we're still reconciling. Yeah. Well, I guess the reason I'm saying that is it was already approved by council. So we're looking into whether we can use that for COVID dollars. I'm not actually looking for approval for the dollar amount. I'm just by Donna. Second by Marcia. All those
Let's get on with it.
Starts.
in favor?
getting
10:30.
It's getting late.
All finished. Just the amendment 017. Sorry, 0017. Need to move it second.
Mover and second for the amendment. Moved by Ron, second by Val. All those in favor? That is carried. Are we into overtime items now? Okay. I think Val has some and Cody has some. Val?
I think some of them were already covered.
Good.
The police, administrative leave for the employees. I think we got an update on that. Committees, I guess we're gonna deal with that next week. I'd like to know about the police investigation around regarding the rumors that were going around, was it yesterday or the day before? Just so that we all know what's going on.
I think Ron can provide some comment on that.
Yeah, so as you know, there was back in March, I believe, there was remains found. Still to this date, they don't have it. The investigation closed, it's ongoing. They didn't say what they found. We were briefed here at this council table. It didn't give a description. It's nobody from our community, we believe it's nobody from Lambton County. That's what we're told, based on missing people reports. So the other day, we got another report of bones being discovered by pump number 2. And I sent some of you the text, I believe you, Eva, Tyler. And so those are the only ones I have phone numbers for. So I sent that out, and it stated at the end that the remains were going to be looked at today by anthropological people.
Anthropology.
Yeah, you know what. So anyways, that was a tongue twister. It's tired of you, you know. So, anyways, from what I understand, they released the scene today. I'll read you the text that I think we have. Good afternoon. Remains are now removed from the scene. All police personnel are cleared out. That's the extent of it. So, as when and if there's any more information, it'll be shared. The other remains are going for DNA testing. So, I received a text last week sometime, and they said it'll take at least 30 days for them to process that to find out. I believe if they find out. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Additional questions?
You have our numbers, it's in that book.
I'll keep a book. I keep these right here. Right here. I don't have to worry. You know, how it started was we had, I think Eva or somebody started up a messenger. And that's how I got it. I wasn't going to talk on a messenger because it's too old. So I will text, I will email. However, I will not talk on Messenger or Facebook. Anything that's confidential.
That's right.
You have the shelter, you wanted an update?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to find out how the shelter was being operated. Like they're out of there it looks like they're out of there by a certain time and they're able to go back. Like I'm wondering about whether they're being fed.
They have snacks. They have meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner if they want. So we have enough food donations to provide that. For the most part, many of them are preparing meals themselves now. And they're able to come throughout the day. So we're working now on creating more programming during the day. and still looking at quotes for mitigating the rest of the building. We're gonna be able to offer even more programs once we have access to that, because we have a full service kitchen on the other side. So, yeah, we have services 24/7.
Good.
Are there
That's all
thoughts
I
of
have.
keeping the program going?
Yes, the draft budget would have fully supported for the year. We also have a verbal commitment from United Way, it has to go through board approval for some support, one portion. And we're also looking at reallocating some of our mental health dollars to the community service that was being held with social services, so that we can offset the cost of the transitional mental health workers. And we have two at the shelters, two elsewhere, try to make use of those positions so that we're not duplicating them.
Good. Lee?
Are we doing anything to find them? I know that there's a mental health service, are we doing anything to give them some type of employment? Like I know all the guys that work there, and they said that these guys are looking for more than they wanna, like I said, they wanna work. They wanna better themselves in some way. Is there any way we can even offer them small minimum wage jobs, like all things that need to be done that we overlook, like cleaning the ditches, beaches, dump. I mean, all these things that, I don't like when everybody says, oh, well, we can rely on the beautification. I mean, I've dealt with public works and the beautification, but they can only do so much. Like I said, beach season's coming up here, we have floating docks, we have all that marsh that's taking over our beach. The garbage that's everywhere. You know, these guys, that would be, those kind of jobs would be perfect for these guys. You know, like I said, it's not much, but it's something. So like I said, we can offer them shelter, food, and new clothes, but they're gonna eventually do more. I'd like to see them do more, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's definitely something we can explore. I think in most of them, we've seen an improvement from when some of them arrived and they weren't able to help themselves. And now we're seeing they can take care of themselves and they're interested in doing things like taking care of the ground. So it's something we'll have to keep evaluating, whether we can help support for more like transitional housing and employment and that sort of thing. So absolutely. I don't know if there's a simple solution because they're all at different places. And some of them, you know, what might be typical employment might be more challenging, but definitely, you know, I'll keep looking at ways that help.
Would they require some type of specialized assessment, I guess, to determine their capabilities?
Possibly, you know, but you know, there's different factors. Some people do get unlucky. And what we're dealing with different factors, whether it's mental health or addiction, that could get in the way. But we're seeing so much progress that it is very positive and more longer term housing and employment.
Okay. More, Val?
Oh, I have one other question. What about that group that was supposed to set up for the drug houses and the police thing and all of that stuff? There was a task force or some that was assigned some time back. Have they started meeting?
Ron, do you know?
Was I on it?
Yeah, you were a chair. No,
Oh,
just
was
kidding.
I left that meeting, if you recall, I left that meeting early.
I guess we'll have to check the minutes on that, who the committee members were and get them rolling.
Because I mean, the money was approved already. Something needs to start happening. I mean,
Yeah.
we say a lot at our meetings, but we need to put some action to it.
Yeah, and first thing they should do is formulate a budget.
There you go.
What?
You said you can formulate a budget.
I'm not on the committee. There was only one woman on the committee, I think that was Neva.
Chloe was working group and security action planning.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, then you can select your chairperson and work on some terms of reference and formulate a budget and mandate and all these other good things.
I'm not on that. That was supposed to-
We're gonna deal with my item now? You good, Bill?
What?
I had a camera item I was wanting to deal with.
Relates to the committees or the task force that council is set up.
Are we trying to get a chairperson for that committee so that they can call a meeting?
I guess, I'm not on the committee. I'm just asking, like, there was money set aside, they should be meeting. I mean, when we met,